1 o'clock, base of the tower.
Done.
You cleared the door.
I used to love this shot because this is before I joined the military.
Yeah.
And so it was like Call of Duty to me. I was like, I want to do that.
So this scene bothers me on a lot of levels. First of all, we have the air overhead
Yep.
that's putting white squares around all the good guys. No.
Is it still the small little paper airplane?
It's our paper mache airplane is putting white squares around all the good guys. So now it's like it has a brain of its own. It's able to detect good guy from bad guy. Second, why does no one have a suppressor? Not one of these people are running suppressed. Your only suppressed weapon system is your sniper. Well, guess what? Shooting people or shooting is all about angles. And once a suppressor sits down, he's got one angle on the target. And all those angles, all those houses that are lined up, block off the rest of what he could see.
Right. Yeah.
So he has a very small viewpoint.
Once
So
the sniper sits down.
once the sniper
Yeah.
sits down, all he has is the views that he could see. But these videos and these movies make it seem like once you put in a sniper, he's 360 coverage
yeah.
and he's shooting everyone all over the place. It's like, dude,
No.
you're getting lucky if you have maybe one or two targets.
And especially here because he's not in any sort of elevated position at all.
Right.
Like he's on the same level as them.
just in the woods.
So he's just shooting right at this, like two sides of this building. So as soon as they go inside or go around the building,
He's
they're
out.
done.
He can't see.
He might as well just pack up and
But
get ready for
according to this
exfil.
movie, he's like, guy on the right, got him.
Right.
Laser vision, X-ray vision,
Got
got
him.
him, got him.
Third room of the second building.
Yeah, got him. And these guys just, not one of them decided to put on a suppressor on their rifle. You're running shorties, so 10.5-inch barrels. Run a suppressor, so at least you can make minimal noise. And that's another thing. Suppressors aren't completely silent.
They're not silencers like people think.
They're not just like, ta, ta, ta. You're not going to be standing next to someone. It's not a video game where it's like, oh, you use a suppressor to kill my friend standing next to me? I can't hear you. Oh, and he's like, ah. Like, have you ever heard, go outside and stand next to your buddy and fall on the ground? You're going to tell me that you can't hear your buddy falling on the ground?
Not if he's shot with a silencer.
Right, that's silencer.
It silences everything.
Everything goes silent. Ridiculous, dude.
I don't know why they wouldn't. Suppressors just look cool. So at least put it on for the visuals.
Here's the biggest thing about the suppressors is that I could shoot next to your head.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine I don't have a suppressor and I go, you have nods up for some whatever reason. You're like, oh, what was that?
Yeah.
What? And I go, douche. All that ding. He can't hear.
Which makes sense because they don't have Ear Pro.
Right. These guys.
They don't have Ear Pro. Like apparently they talk, so they might have comms. So maybe they've got the earpiece in there, which I always
the
hated.
FBI style.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's not good at suppressing like sound like from like a rifle or anything.
Yeah.
So it's gonna f up your hearing anyway.
Right. So I can't shoot next to your head if I'm not suppressed because now I have my muzzle flash is going on. It could be burning your face. That sound is gonna fucking make you deaf. Your ears are gonna be ringing. If I just throw on a suppressor, he could be right here. I could right over his shoulder.
Like,
I
hey,
could shoot.
we don't have Ear Pro. We're good.
And we don't have Ear Pro. We're good to go. People are still gonna hear us. A suppressor isn't so nobody hears you because someone's still gonna hear a gun shooting with the suppressor on it. But the suppressor is so I could have my nods up, or I could have my Ear Pro. I don't have Ear Pro. You're not gonna blow out my eardrums. The dogs. That's why you always see canine handlers running suppressed, and then they're also running a suppressor cover because that suppressor it gets hot as.
Yep.
If they go to transition and that dog gets touched by the suppressor, they don't want to burn their dog, but they also don't want to fuck up the dog's ears. So they're always a canine handler is always going to be suppressed. So why would I not want the same treatment? Run suppressed.
What's up, guys? This video is sponsored by 18 Alpha Fitness. If you haven't checked it out and if you want to go special operations, you need a good fitness plan. Go check out Kevin over at 18 Alpha Fitness. He's a former Green Beret. He knows what he's doing. His post job from the military, from Special Forces, was helping Air Force Special Operations get physically fit. This guy is on point and he's a great dude. He could do custom plans and just a common plan that I use, which is awesome, the kettlebell program. But I highly recommend you get a custom plan. Use code word BUCK and he'll hook you up.
So this is one thing that they did that I thought they did right.
Yep. Good tactics, right?
it's hard to tell because they go in, out, so you can't see the
Nobody. It
tactics.
didn't look like somebody was really covering long, like outside, but
So as you kind of go first person and then you go into the house, you see 2 SEALs inside digging their corners. You see one guy standing on top of the furniture. He's on top of the couch. That's a good move. So they always told us in Special Operations Combatives program, it's a great program that we run. I did it twice. I loved it.
yeah. We did Sock Peek. Mhm.
It,
Great
it was
course.
really
course.
great training. And so what they teach you is like, don't let furniture dictate your movement. So if somebody sets up furniture, they could be doing that to funnel you into the center of the room so
Yep.
they could shoot you. So either kick furniture out of the way, move it out of your way, or step over it. And that guy decided to step up on top of that couch and dig his corner and continue his flow the way he was trained, despite the couch being in the way.
He stuck
So-
to the fundamentals.
Yeah.
And just adapted them to the environment.
Right.
Which
So-
you have to be flexible.
That's something they'll teach you guys in SOC P. And for all you guys going to Special Forces, SOC P, that's cool.
Yeah.
It was so cool that I'm telling you, I did it twice. I loved it. They teach you how to muzzle thump. They teach you somebody comes in, tries to fight you, they'll grab your rifle. So you learn how to ditch your rifle and go to your secondary. For all you SOC P cadre, you're badass. I
Yeah.
love SOC
Yeah.
P.
Clear! All clear! Why me?
They're clearing the house and the guy starts shooting through the walls. And this was really cool because it's super accurate. And it's one of the things that I didn't have to worry about in Afghanistan. Because the walls, the way they build their huts, you cannot penetrate with 5.56. You cannot penetrate with 7.62. And believe it or not, we shot 50 cal at the walls and they didn't go through the walls.
Really?
Yeah, 50
Like the
cal.
mud huts? Like it
The
wouldn't go
mud
through?
huts did not get penetrated
Damn.
by 50 cal. We took miniguns because we're like, oh, we need to open up this spot for view. We took miniguns and hit it.
To
Those-
break it down?
Yeah, and those mud huts would not go anywhere. So that's a huge tactical advantage. It can be an issue, but think about that. I'm standing behind a wall. I don't have concealment. I have cover. I have cover and concealment. I'm not going to get shot through this wall. I don't care. I stood on the back of a wall. This happened, and I'm getting shot at my back with 7.62. I could feel like my back is exploding
Oh, damn.
because he's shooting the wall behind me. But those f***ing walls protect it. But then I transitioned into law enforcement, and that's what they're dealing with. Is now none of the walls are going to stop any kind of ammunition. You go into anyone's house and get in a gunfight, a pistol is going straight through the wall.
Right. So the difference here is they have concealment, not cover.
Right.
So concealment is going to conceal
Your position.
visually. It's going to conceal you, right?
Yeah.
But it can still punch through. Cover is going to both conceal your position visually, but it's also going to protect you from any projectiles.
Right.
So that's an important distinction there.
Right, and so that's why SWAT will change their tactics, and they're doing different things because they don't have cover. So
Right.
in these houses, they don't have cover. So then they'll start doing running techniques, and call it chasing the rabbit. So you have to use speed because you can't bunker down behind a. Sorry, dude.
Right. Yeah, because then you're sitting there,
Yeah,
sitting
you're
up.
gonna get hit. And that's one thing that this showed really well is that he said going in, even though they're still taking fire, it's because he knows that if he just hunkers down, he's gonna get hit.
Yep.
He has to get in there and shoot the guy and put him down. That's a long-winded way to tell you guys, but it's so important because SWAT deals with that shit all the time. Police officers deal with that shit all the time. You can't just hunker down like you can in Afghanistan. You have to get the f*** in there.
It's important to know the difference too.